What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kleschka Picks Week 3. Let's get started with that Thursday game, which is the Rams versus the 49ers. So, the Rams last week, the Rams, what did they do? They lost to the Redskins, barely. They lost by one score, and I don't know. With this game, I mean, okay, actually I do. The Rams are who I think is going to win. And the 49ers played the Seahawks and actually played a good game against them. That scares me for the Seahawks because we were at home and I feel like we're a way better team. So I feel like it might be a little competitive this Thursday, but I feel like the Rams are just the better team at this moment, and I think their Rams are going to win 17-14. Okay, the Seahawks and the Jaguars. Like I just said, the Seahawks played a very poor game. We still got the win. But I still don't know how we did not have a better game against the 49ers. Speaking of the Titans, they had a great game against the Jaguars. Now, Seattle, until they prove to me they're done struggling, then I can't see them coming out of it. But I still feel like we're the better team. I feel like we're more experienced. I feel like we're just the better team at this moment. But even though we're struggling, I feel like that's going to make this a close game, a closer game than it should be. And I think the Seahawks are going to win 20-19. The Ravens and the Jaguars, like I just said, the Jaguars lost to the Titans and the Ravens beat the Browns. Not that hard. But the Ravens are 2-0, and I got to say, I feel like that's going to continue against the Jaguars. I just feel like the Jaguars had a lucky week 1, and I think the Ravens are going to win 23-10. Broncos and the Bills. The Broncos shocked me last week. I thought it was going to be a way better game than it was with the Cowboys. They completely destroyed them. And then the Bills, who did the Bills play? The Bills played that sad game against the Panthers. The Panthers are 2-0 by luck, people. I'm sorry. They played like below average teams, and I just don't see them going undefeated for much longer. I'm pretty sure they're playing the Patriots soon. So, yeah, I don't see that luck happening in that game. And let's see. Denver, I just feel is way better at defense. Their offense has been good lately, too. And I think it's going to be Denver 27, Buffalo 13. Now it's the Chiefs and Chargers. The Chargers are a team that has been unlucky in the last 2 weeks. Why? Because of their kicker, Koo. He was iced in the game against Denver, and that caused them to lose. And then he missed a game-winning field goal just last week against the Dolphins. And the Chiefs look really good. They just played a great game against the Eagles, and they beat the Patriots. And I think the Chiefs are going to continue that. I feel like this is the easiest opponent they've had so far. You know, yeah, I definitely feel like it's the easiest opponent they've had so far. I feel like they're going to win 28-14. The Steelers and the Bears. The Steelers are also undefeated. And the Bears last week played the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers put a number on them. And I just feel like Steelers are going to stay undefeated. Offense is going to get clicking more. Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell haven't been involved, I'm sure, as much as they'd like to be. Antonio Brown had like 180-something yards in week 1, but he had no touchdown. I'm sure they want to find a way to get them into the end zone, and I just think that Pittsburgh is going to win 24-13 against the Bears. Falcons and the Lions. The Falcons just beat the Packers in the first game at their new stadium, and the Lions just beat the Giants on Monday Night Football. I feel like this is going to be a close game, but I feel like Atlanta's the better team. I feel like they're riding the hot hand, just beating Green Bay. And Detroit is a good offense, but they also need a run game to be more involved. And, yeah, so I think that Atlanta is going to get the win 24-20. Browns and Colts. Browns fans, I think this is the time I'm going to give you guys a win. I think it can happen. This is definitely, well, for both of these, for the Browns, this might be their only win all year. For the Colts, this might be their only win until Andrew Luck comes back. So, because the Colts struggled with Jacoby Brissett and Scott Tolzien, and I don't know who's going this week for them. I'm assuming it's Brissett, but the Browns have been playing pretty good for playing, like, for the Browns. Like, I think this could be their win. I think it's going to happen. I think the Browns are going to win 17-16 in a close game. Buccaneers and the Vikings. The Buccaneers won their first game, and they did it very well. They kept the Bears to single digits, and so did the Steelers. Keeping the Vikings to single digits is what I mean. That's who the Buccaneers are playing, the Vikings. And I feel like these teams are a little like evenly matched, kind of, but I think Tampa Bay has the upper hand. I feel like their offense is better. I don't even know if Sam Bradford's playing yet. And Minnesota's off and on, so it's hard to tell. I think it's going to be a really close game, and I think Tampa Bay is going to win 21-20. The Texans and the Patriots. Deshaun Watson got his first NFL win on his birthday against the Bengals, and the Patriots just went in with anger against the Saints and completely destroyed them. And I just see this as a super easy matchup for the Patriots. I think they're going to win 28-10. Dolphins and the Jets. The Dolphins got so lucky last week because of that missed field goal by the Chargers kicker. And the Jets were destroyed by Oakland. And I feel like the Jets are going to be a team that's going to be easy to pick on them this year. And I just feel like Miami's going to sail through this week and get the win 27-14. Philadelphia and the Giants. Philadelphia lost in a very good game against the Chiefs last week. It came down to a game-tying Hail Mary opportunity that failed, but it came down to that. And it was a close game. And the Giants struggled mightily against the Lions. The Giants just they just struggle. They're not hot right now. And something's got to click for them. Someone's got to spark up that offense if they're going to win games. And I just don't see them winning against the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles are the hotter team. I feel like they know more what they're doing than the Giants right now. I feel like they're going to win 24-17. The Packers and the Bengals. The Bengals still don't have a touchdown. And the Packers are a way better team. They're so dominant. Aaron Rodgers in that offense. This is going to be an easy week for the Packers. I still don't see the Bengals getting into the end zone, honestly. I think it's going to continue through this week, and I think the Packers are going to win 24-12. The Raiders and the Redskins. The Raiders are undefeated. The Redskins are struggling. They may have got the win last week, but they played the Rams, a team that they could have kind of struggled against. And I don't think the Raiders are a team that's going to, get them the win. The Raiders do have an average defense. I feel like Kirk Cousins could take advantage of this defense. But I think Oakland is the better team. I feel like Oakland definitely knows what they're doing with their offense. And I feel like it's going to be kind of a shootout. And I think the Raiders are going to win 30-24. Okay, and the final game, Cowboys versus Cardinals. The Cardinals barely got a win against the Colts last week. And come on, the Colts are not good at all right now. Without Andrew Luck, they are struggling big time. And the Cowboys, even though they just lost to Denver people, that's a tough team to beat. So, going against the Cardinals now, who could barely beat the Colts, I feel like this is just going to be an easier week for them. They're going to have a great game. I think Dallas is going to win 23-13. All right, everybody, thank you for watching Kleschka Picks Week 3. I will continue to predict the NFL season, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you next time in Week 4.